Toastmasters and anyone who is willing to try Toastmasters International. Today, we are interviewing our current Division C Director, Leena Alex. She's been a member of Toastmasters for a few years. I'm going to let her answer some of our questions, and we're going to introduce her and find out something more about Leena that we don't know so far. Leena, welcome, and I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you, Vesta. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're going to start with an easy question. When did you join Toastmasters?
I joined Toastmasters about 7 years ago. I joined Calgary Pacesetters, and Calgary Pacesetters has given me a springboard to elevate my communication skills and enhance my confidence level as well.
Okay, thank you. And one more easy question. Why did you join Toastmasters?
Why did I join Toastmasters? I had heard about Toastmasters before, but I didn't really know what it entailed. It was during a networking event that I was really introduced to Toastmasters as a training program. It was introduced to me as a training program to improve your communication skills and improve your public speaking skills as well. When I heard about it, I was intrigued, and I quickly searched up my nearest Toastmaster, and I realized that it was only 5 kilometers away from me. I quickly made an appointment with the VP membership and went there to visit. When I visited, I thought that it was a very welcoming and accepting environment for me. That was a huge one for me. I felt like I was in a safe environment, and I realized that the meeting was very well organized. There were people prepared with speeches, and I also got to know how to become a member. And very soon I became a member, have been a member since, and haven't looked back.
Okay, thank you, Leena. Now, did you try checking other clubs? And why did you pick Calgary Pacesetters? You know what? I'm in the same boat. I only went to Calgary Pacesetters, and I've been a member for like many years, only one club. Now, why did you pick Calgary Pacesetters? You said a few things, but can you elaborate a little more about that?
For sure. My favorite part of Toastmasters or Calgary Pacesetters is the camaraderie that we have as a club. I have visited many other clubs as a part of my visit as area director and division director. I had that chance to visit other clubs as well. I feel that Calgary Pacesetters has a commitment to improving the club and each other. We support each other. We are engaged in Toastmasters, and we have made a huge success in the past few years. We have made strides in creating a wonderful reputation for our club. We currently have an AD and a DD from our club, which is an area director and a division director. And tenured members like you, Vesna, go above and beyond in preparing promotional materials, work closely with the district, which is very inspiring for me. And I also appreciate the support that we give each other in achieving success. We achieve success as a team when one of our club members is giving a speech, and we promote them, we give them great feedback and also improvement areas so that they can prepare other speeches and improve their communication skills.
Okay,
one of the few instances that come to my mind is when I was an area director. Most of my support came from Calgary Pacesetters in terms of setting up training, contests, and I received a lot of encouragement and support from Calgary Pacesetters. So my favorite part of being a Pacesetter is the camaraderie and the support that we give each other.
Thank you. You know what? I think that's a favorite thing from most members. It's the camaraderie, and most of us think of it as a second family. So, and you know what? I told my daughter, she's the area director you're talking about. I told her, you know what? You got a good support in our Calgary Pacesetters. Lean on them, and that's gonna come up soon. Thanks, Leena. Now, go with something that you learned that you didn't expect from Toastmasters.
Yeah, for sure. I have learned and grown in Toastmasters things I least expected. Of course, I came for practicing my public speaking skills. My vocal variety has improved. Those are the things that I did not even expect to change. I was a reasonably quiet and shy person. Even in a meeting, I wouldn't speak up. So that has changed for me, where I am confident to speak up in a meeting and express my opinions. And like I said, besides improving my speaking skills and communication skills, I also improved my writing skills. I made a lot of friends in Toastmasters. I like the community of Toastmasters. So within the club, and when we are going above and beyond in the district or say the division, I have made a lot of connections. My social connections have also improved via Toastmasters, which I didn't really expect to happen. So a lot of good things came from Toastmasters, which I least expected.
Okay, you know what, I have to agree with you. It's until I stepped out of the club comfort zone and started working with the district and on district things, it was a safe environment, but there's so much more out there and so much to learn and so many people to meet and learn from them. So I would encourage our members to step outside the club and do something for the district. There's so many opportunities out in the District 42. Just let us know. Okay, so tell us something about yourself that many people don't know. Something that you do outside Toastmasters.
Yeah, I do have some hobbies like other people. I try to find a new hobby and keep myself occupied when I'm not in Toastmasters or when I'm not working or, spending time with family. I do like watching movies. That's one of my favorite hobbies, to watch movies. And of course, in Indian languages and in English. I also like gardening. I like hiking and camping during summer. I also like socializing with like-minded individuals. It is nice to de-stress when you're socializing and having fun for social events. It could be for Christmas or any gatherings. I really enjoy having fun with like-minded people. Recently, I also picked up another hobby, which is embroidery. I didn't have any skill in it, but I'm learning. So learning something new keeps you engaged.
Okay. Well, you'll have to do a speech or something. Tell us some of your embroidery projects.
I would love to.
You know what? One thing you didn't mention is that you wrote a book. You're a published author. Can you tell us a little more about that? How did that come about? And I know that you had some help from Toastmasters you met.
That's correct. I was inspired by a few Toastmasters who have written books before. When I was, during 2020, when I had some time at hand, there was a lot of time we spent at home, I decided to make good use of the time that I have. I was in between jobs and I had lots of time. I started writing articles and the things that I'm interested in. I am an HR professional. So I am in the profession of helping other people. I am a talent acquisition advisor. I've seen many people come for interviews barely prepared. So they cannot perform in an interview because of lack of preparation, and they do not know what to expect in an interview. Sometimes they do not have social connections. So in spite of their education, knowledge, or experience, they fail in interviews. I've seen that with myself many years ago. And I thought this would be a good way of helping individuals facing interview anxieties. So that is how I came up with a book called Overcome Your Interview Anxieties. It talks about how to prepare for an interview, commonly asked interview questions, how to answer behavioral-based questions, and what to ask employers after the interview. So this gives you a good guide on how to face interviews and try to be successful in interviews. You can leave with saying, I did my best, let them do the rest.
Thank you, Leena. And I have to brag about this. I did get the book, and if you haven't already, check it out. It has a lot of tips that you can use in your next job interview. Thanks, Leena.
Thank you, Vesna. Appreciate that.
And let's see something that you would suggest or give advice to somebody who's thinking about joining Toastmasters, or somebody who joined and they're kind of stuck. They don't know what to do or where to go. So can you give some advice to potential members and the new members?
Yes, absolutely. Toastmasters is where you can be yourself. You can make mistakes, learn from a safe environment. This is coming from my personal experience. And the feedback that you receive in Toastmasters is most valuable. It can be utilized in your professional or your personal life. I recently read that 85% of people self-identify themselves as shy. So this can affect the way you communicate in a new environment, in meetings, at work, or even in a social setting. Toastmasters prepares you for those meetings, those interviews, and the social settings where you have to break the ice and talk to people. This can also help you in your career development. So I would say when you join Toastmasters, give yourself at least 6 months. After 6 months, you will see a considerable change in your communication and your confidence level. Maybe add it to your annual goals that you will be a Toastmaster for about 6 months. And after that, I'm pretty sure you will see a valuable improvement in your communication skills. I know we all have our family, friends, professional life. There's a lot of time that we have for all of these things. Set aside a couple of hours a week. 2 hours is not a lot, but set aside 2 hours a week for Toastmasters, and you will find immense change in your confidence level and communications. It is well worth it.
Thank you, Leena. You know what? I mentioned this in the last interview I had with Twyla. I heard you at the last meeting. You said that this is your lifetime thing. So can you elaborate on that?
I am a continuous learner. So Toastmasters is a continuous learning opportunity for me. Every time I come to Toastmasters, I have to approach it with the curiosity of a beginner. If I do that, I come to a meeting and I learn umpteen things. I can take away at least 3 or 4 things that I learn every time from a meeting. It could be from a new member. It could be from a tenured member like you, Vesna. I can take away a lot of learnings from each meeting. I can learn things like commitment, how to be organized, how to manage time, how to engage an audience well. So those are the things that I learn on a daily basis. And by that continuous learning aspect that I have, I want to be a lifelong Toastmaster.
All right, thank you. Actually, I think I agree with you. I'll probably do the same thing. This is going to be my lifetime thing, and this is my time. So for me, nothing comes before Toastmasters. So I don't do anything on Tuesday night. That's my meeting time, and I plan around it.
I love that commitment.
Yeah, it is lifetime commitment. Leena, I want to thank you for participating in my series, and it's a pleasure to have you in our club. So
yeah, thank you, Vesna. Thank you for taking the time.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for taking the time and appreciate having me.